The stars begin. Each step upward asks something from me, not strength but patience. My breath grows heavier, my legs feel the climb, and yet my mind grows lighter with every step. Below me, the noise of the world fades. Above me, the sound of waves grows clearer, stronger, and closer. God's voice returns, gentle but firm. Why do you rush through life when meaning waits for those who climb slowly? I pause halfway up, resting my hands on the railing, feeling my heartbeat steady itself. From here, the view opens slightly, water stretching outward, boats floating calmly, people moving like small stories in a larger picture. I realize how small my worries look from above, how quietly they become when given distance. I continue upward, passing small strides, tucked into corners, surrounded by trees that sway softly in the wind. People stop, go quietly, offer a moment of respect, then move on. No one speaks loudly here. The island seems to ask for reverence without demanding it. I stop in front of one shrine and stand still. I don't pray for success or answers. I simply stand, allowing the silence to reach me fully. God asks again, what if you don't need to become more? What if you only need to listen? The question settles deep inside me. As I walk further, the path narrows, cliffs appear, and the sound of waves striking rocks grows stronger. The sea here is no longer gentle like the beach. It is powerful, persistent, endlessly moving forward. I lean slightly toward the edge, careful but curious, watching water crash and pull back again, and again. The wind is stronger now, wrapping around me, tugging at my clothes, reminding me that I am not in control, and strangely, that feels comforting. I do not need to hold everything together today. The island is doing that for me. I sit on the bench facing the sea, letting time stretch without structure. Minutes pass, maybe longer. I don't check the time. I don't feel the need to. God speak one more time quietly. The sea never asks if it is enough. Why do you? I breathe in deeply, filling my lungs with salt air, and for the first time in a long while, I feel whole without explanation. The island is not entertaining me, it is not impressing me, it is restoring me. And as I sit there, waves rising and falling before me, I know that this day is slowly reshaping something inside me, not by force, but by presence. I continue walking, following the sound of water as it grows heavier, deeper, more ancient. The path curves and descends now, leading me toward the sea caves, places covered slowly by waves over countless years. Each step downwards feels like moving inward, away from noise, away from distractions, closer to something peaceful. The light changes as I enter the cave. Bright daylight softens into shadows, and the temperature cools instantly. The air smells of wet stone and salt, and the sound of the sea echoes around me, bouncing off walls shaped by time rather than tools. I walk carefully, touching the rock with my hand, feeling its roughness, its weight, its patience. God's voice comes quietly here, respectful of the space. If the sea can shape stone through persistence, what can it shape in you? Water crashes against the cave opening, sending mist into the air, tiny droplets settling on my skin like reminders. I stand still, listening. Each wave enters with force, then retreats, leaving behind silence, a rhythm older than memory, older than fear. Inside this darkness, I realize how much I avoid stillness in my own life. How often I fill space with noise just to avoid hearing my own thoughts. But here, inside the cave, there is no escape from reflection, and yet it feels safe. I move deeper, guided by soft light along the path, careful not to rush. Shadows dance on the walls as water moves outside, and for a moment, it feels as if the cave itself is breathing. I sit down on a rock and let the sound surround me fully. God asks again, gently, what are you afraid to face when everything becomes quiet? I don't answer with words, I answer by staying. When I finally step back into the daylight, my eyes adjust slowly. The brightness feels faint now, not overwhelming. Outside, the sea looks different, not calmer, not softer, but more honest. I walk along the cliffs again, watching waves crash below, realizing that beauty and power often exist together. Further along the path, I find a place where I can sit safely closer to the edge. The horizon stretches endlessly, the sky and sea meeting without boundaries. Boats appear as tiny dots in the distance, moving steadily, confidently, without hesitation. God speaks once more, calm and certain. You don't need to see the whole journey, just trust the direction. As afternoon light begins to warm the world again, I feel something settle inside me. A quiet confidence, not loud enough to announce itself, but strong enough to stay. The island has shown me that depth matters more than speed, and that reflection is not weakness but wisdom. I rise slowly, brushing sand from my hands, and begin walking back toward higher ground, knowing that sunset is approaching, and with it, the final lessons of the day. The day begins to exhale as evening approaches. The light softens first, turning golden, then slowly melting into shades of orange and pink that rest gently on the surface of the water. I walk back toward the open side of the island, where the sea stretches endlessly and the horizon waits quietly for the sun's goodbye. I find a place to sit on the rocks, close enough to hear the waves clearly, far enough to feel safe. The wind is cooler now, calmer, and it carries with it a sense of closure, not an ending, but a completion. Around me, people speak softly, take photos, then fall silently, and if his sunset asks everyone to listen rather than talk. God's white returns once last time today, tender and steady. If I can bring beauty to end of a day, can you trust me with the slow chapters of your life? The sun sinks lower, touching the water, spreading light across the sea like a final gift. I watch without distraction, without urgency, without reaching for anything. In this moment, I don't need answers, I don't need reassurance, I only need presence. As the sun disappears, the sky holds its colors for a while longer, unwilling to let go too quickly. The waves continue their rhythm unchanged, reminding me that life doesn't stop just because one moment ends. It simply transforms. I take a deep breath and feel gratitude rise naturally. Not forced, not spoken, but felt. Gratitude for the sea that taught me patience. Gratitude for the island that asked nothing from me except honesty. Gratitude for a journey that is unfolding slowly, even when progress feels invisible. God speaks again, softly. Carry this calm with you. You will need it when noise returns. As darkness settles, lights on the island flicker on gently, guiding paths without overwhelming them. I begin my walk back across the bridge, looking once more at the water beneath me. It reflects small lights now, shimmering quietly, like memories forming in real life. Halfway across, I stop and turn around for one last look at Enoshima, now a silhouette against the night sky. I don't feel sadness leaving it. I feel gratitude for having made it at the right time. This day did not change my love loudly. It did not shock me or push me. It restored me. As I reached the other side and stepped back toward the world of shadows and plants, I realized something simple and powerful. I am allowed to move slowly. I am allowed to trust the process. I am allowed to become quietly. Day ends, peace remains, and the sea continues